Well, I mean, the first principle for me is clarity of personal values and your life's purpose. And I came to this when I was attending an organizational program, an organizational course at Stanford University. It was on change, and on the faculty there was Jim Collins. It was the first time I met him. And after class one day, he asked me a question. He said, "Jim, why are you here?" I said at the time I was running a business and the business model had been turned on its side, and I was trying to figure out what to change in order to keep the business successful. And he stopped me and he said, "Jim, that's the wrong question." And he explained to me that from the Built to Last research, which he and Jerry Pors published, the Built to Last companies who outperformed their comparison companies by 7 to 1 over decades. So it wasn't luck. The first question they asked when faced with change was what not to change. And I began to realize that that principle applies to building great companies, but it also applies to building a great life. So for me, principle one are the things that should never change in your life: your values and your purpose. The values are the what, and purpose is the why.
Yeah.
And that becomes your foundation in life, what you build your whole life on and your whole leadership on. And it sets the stage for the decisions that you make and sets you up for when your values get tested. And of course, they always get tested during the tough times, not the easy times. So that's principle one.
Yeah. And can you, as a result of that, I'm sure you can kind of spot leaders when they don't have this figured out and don't have that core. And I suspect that's kind of what you can kind of sniff out and try to help them with, I would assume, right?
I think that's exactly it. I would say the best leaders have, when you ask them, when I'm coaching them and I say, talk to me about your values, your personal values, and have you thought about your life's purpose? They give it back to me, Vince, in like 60 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very clear that they've done the work. They understand what they stand for and what they believe in. And they understand also kind of what kind of difference they want to make. And I think if you have that, if you're not clear on it, or you're sort of clear on it or fuzzy on it, what happens when you make decisions is you're not consistent. And so you end up in the team environment or an organizational environment just not having that kind of consistency and steadiness
Yeah.
that the best leaders always demonstrate.